today. From Soldier Field in Chicago, it's a special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Mitchell Trubisky and the Chicago Bears taking on Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit, CD, at week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game, and then you've got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime and get them going again in the third quarter so they're ready to go when the regular season begins? I'm eager to see it.
First down, Garoppolo, and his first look is incomplete.
Garoppolo's pass.
Jordan Reed was the intended target, and now it's second down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. Coleman has it here right side. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
I came to my feet on big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and the Bears take over. Mitchell Trubisky taking the field to lead Chicago. Trubisky, the Ohio native, went to North Carolina, then drafted by these Bears as the number 2 pick in 2017.
We've seen a lot of ups and downs in the young career of Mitchell Trubisky. 3 years with the Chicago Bears, and he's a young quarterback still learning on the job. But what numbers do you trust with him? 8-7, 15 starts last year, but he was 11-3 the year before. The Bears offense, though, in 2019.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Cordero Patterson past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago! Cordero Patterson, 72 yards, and the Bears have taken the early lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. They got it done.
So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
No, I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
Incomplete.
2nd and 10, it's Trubisky again. Out to his left. He'll try and run it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 5.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw. When they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations, ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Number 29.
And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up 2nd down.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Steps away. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
4 brings up 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Trubisky's pass.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6.
A 29-yard attempt.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
Good.
And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first.
49ers nothing.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
at their own 27.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Eddie Goldman on the
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
On second down, Mostert. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Mostert.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's third down.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Garoppolo's pass, incomplete. Intended for Kendrick.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now Trubisky. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
The 26-yard line.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Trubisky
certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Trubisky. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he will have the Bears first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
I know I'm an old defender, but I've got to give credit where credit's due. That was smart play calling right there on 3rd and 4. They didn't need to do too much. Just let their guy get out there and sit down in the zone. And they hit him for the completion for the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Montgomery, the ball carrier. He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 6-yard pickup.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
Now Benjamin. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The Niners set to take over on offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And he finds the tight end, Reed. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches. Here we go.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain on the play.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the 1st quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he's getting a workout here in this 1st quarter as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And some space here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Nice gain there by the 2nd-year runner out of Iowa State, David Montgomery, who often finishes his runs moving forward and knocking defenders back. He finished tied with Josh Jacobs for the most carries by a rookie last year. But what the Bears need from him, improve on his 3.7 yards per attempt. If he gets that up into the 4s, look out. He can control a game with his running.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. Rolling to his left. Now he'll pull it down.
Number 10.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Down at the 37-yard line.
On the carry, it's Montgomery. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Javon Kinlaw on the tackle. A gain of 2 on the play.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through 1 tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there. A 1st carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Raheem Mostert averaged 5.6 yards per carry last year. That was 2nd in the NFL. So it's safe to say that it paid off that he patterned his work ethic after his hero Frank Gore, the former 49er. That's a guy who really shows you how to go out and get it done each and every day. Raheem Mostert patterned him and had a breakout season in 2019 with the 49ers.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
48-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second.
From just shy of midfield, Garoppolo. Trent Taylor, the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
Trent Taylor, incomplete. It's 3rd down. And 7 yards to go.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
49ers nothing.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Trubisky.
Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he's got Miller. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not at all. It came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And a short pickup and a tackle there by Quan Alexander.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up. Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
35 yards that time on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
On the play. 2nd and 10.
Throwing on 2nd down, Garoppolo, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Incomplete. It's third down.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Gain of 20.
Third and long always tilts to the defense. And I just remember as a player how many times it was hammered into my head. Know where the sticks are and get him down in front of it. But sometimes what happens is you worry about where that is much more than the person who has the ball. And on that play, they didn't have enough focus on him. And somehow he turned a short pass into a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down.
Brian, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions.
Certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Got his target, Samuel. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
San Francisco.
And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well run route.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. His throw caught at about the 5. And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
San Francisco.
A 5-yard touchdown run. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we got to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Onto the field now come the Bears. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Nick Bosa on the stop. A gain of 5. Brings
2nd and 5 now. Trubisky on the move to his left. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Trubisky. That's good.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Now Trubisky on first down. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Trubisky will throw, and he finds his tight end, Graham. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
That's good. For another.
4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the
Again, it's Trubisky. This is caught. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery taking it in. And the Bears have once again taken the lead.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And 7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
On the return, the Niners take over 1st and 10.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Throw left side is complete to Reed. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
10-10 at their own 27-yard.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Trubisky sacked.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 4.
Out of the gun, Trubisky.
And 9.
Now Trubisky lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over,
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now you got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. They'll go over the middle to Reed, complete.
Garoppolo's.
And
He's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Bears will get the football back. So certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
2-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Trubisky. They'll roll him out right. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. We remind you coming up at halftime. Charles, you want a way to enhance your Saturday?
I do.
I know you do. I've got the thing just for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
And how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 14.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 22.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold it.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chicago offense set to get started. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
He'll drop this one down to Cohen. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at their 49-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And Graham's got it over the middle. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. It's Graham. Need him to just 4. 2nd down. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Most teams in the league hitting the 3-quarter pole in the preseason. The whole league will be in action next Thursday night to wrap it all up. And then we start for real a week after that with the NFL kickoff game. In our game, expect to see the starters for at least one more drive, something to look forward to as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Trubisky now off the bootleg. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now it's Trubisky. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back. 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Midfield to the 48-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
Cohen. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd.
Throwing here, Trubisky. The catch made by Mel to get the 3rd down conversion. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
2-yard line.
That was simply snap, rock, and fire. I mean, they didn't take long at all. Slant route, and I loved where he put it. He put on the body of the receiver low so that only he can catch it.
Yeah, I don't think there was any magical formula there. Defensively, that's just tough to defend.
Very much so, and that way it allows the receiver to keep his body in front of the defender and not allow him to go through him to knock the ball away.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Fred Warner
there to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Second and 10.
Looking to throw on second down. Trubisky throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. But now it'll be third down.
Brings up third down, and
here's Trubisky. And left side here, it's Graham. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first. Now this from 43. The kick by Pinheiro is good.
the kick is good.
And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
49ers 7.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Down at the 28-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they move this all the way down to the 9. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Mitchell Trubisky.
It's Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now it's Trubisky. That's caught by Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery season with his second touchdown of the game. As the Bears push further out in front. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
Saw a touchdown, too. Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2. Trubisky, they're going to throw for it. And he's brought down.
The two-point conversion is successful. That makes the score Bears.
So they go with the pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Benjamin on the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10. And
out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Roquan Smith picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Blitz came there from the inside, and there just wasn't much resistance.
No, not at all. That means that defensively, they timed it up perfectly and matched up perfectly. They drew all the blockers to the other guys, left a free runner back to the quarterback, and you know what a free runner turns into?
What?
A free hitter.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Bilal Nichols coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. They were trying to set up that screen, try to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
He ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really, the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt.
1st and 10.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 10.
Trubisky will throw. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 30. Go set to go on offense once more. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he tiptoes around defenders for a gain of about 5.
15-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up
2nd and 5 now. Garoppolo. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
First down, 49ers.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Got the connection here to Bourne.
Garoppolo's pass.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 30.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards there and a first down.
The tackle made.
What a breakout season Raheem Mostert had in 2019, and now he's got a chance to be the lead back for his team. In fact, he spent time in the offseason bulking up, trying to get stronger to absorb the extra hits and be available for more snaps. He wants to be a guy who carries the ball from game 1 all the way through game 16 in the regular season.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete.
Garoppolo's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bears' 46-yard line.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He'll find Taylor, that's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
49er first down.
Back to the running game with Mostert. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Now Mostert. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Incomplete. Out of the end zone.
Here's Coleman. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown.
Travis Benjamin there to make the grab. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now Gold for the extra point.
Point after.
It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco.
Robbie Gould.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Bears take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Foles and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start with a give to Cohen. And he powers his way up past the 30.
29, Tariq Cohen.
Solomon Thomas there on the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 31.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Ball carrier. He was brought down by Emmanuel Mosley.
A first throw for the backup Foles. It's complete. Javon Wims, the open man. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that 3rd down situation. But for so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did a nice job picking up the 1st down.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
The ball carrier.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now Foles. He'll get this complete into the hands of Riley Ridley. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Well, they run the option here on 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Foles. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. How about this? They'll try the option. Left side. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. And himself from 7 yards out. And the Bears will add on to their lead.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. But guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about. Assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Hands on the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10.
The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Gun now on 3rd down. He's going up top for Taylor. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
9-yard gain on the play.
Now that's 2 big catches that he's had on this drive alone.
And I can hear it right now. If they give up a 3rd to him, whoever does that, go stand on the other sideline. You're persona non grata on our team at that point.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Give the sack to Barkevious Mingo, the former number 6 pick.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And they'll get him down right around the 16.
Number 20.
3 yards on the carry there as his defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers.
Touchdown.
Travis Benjamin ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the 49ers are back within a score. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Robbie Gould to kick
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Here's Cohen now to return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Bears take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bears now ready to take over again. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10. Here's Foles. And his throw here's incomplete. Demetrius Harris, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete.
Complete to
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
5. Brings up second and 5 at the 41-yard line.
Able to get away. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
Nick Foles sack.
Solomon Thomas. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Not easy for Nick Foles and the Bears now. Third and long after the sack. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Kerry Hyder flying in and laying the lumber defensively.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, standing just about on his own goal line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
The Niners take over first and
The 49ers offense now. They work their way back onto the field. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. Mullins and the Niners now with a first and 10 at the 40. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
intercepted.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Bears offense ready to get going again. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot. Great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Azeez Al-Shaair in to make the stop. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Niners.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 21-yard 14-yard touchdown run. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. I thought as that was developing that he might actually keep it, but the right decision, obviously, to hand the football off.
And some teams do a really nice job of taking a little bit longer at the mesh point, meaning where he's going to hand it off or keep it. Sometimes they ride him maybe a step longer than others. That allows him to make the proper decision and have the right person end up with the ball.
And it paid off with a long touchdown run. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. He knocks it through, and it's 35-21. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Nick Mullins in the offense set to take over. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Definitely the last thing you want to see here in a preseason game. We'll be right back. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now back to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd.
And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for the rookie Brandon Ayuk, and it's 3rd and short.
Arden Burns there on the coverage.
Looking underneath, and he finds McKinnon. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49 from 17 yards out. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. So a 7-point game. They'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it, But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They'll run on first down. It's Cohen, and he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And some good tackling there as he's stopped up at about the 41. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Bulls on the handoff. Here's Cohen. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And they will take a knee here. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I'll bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.